While everyone's talking about AI taking jobs, a new kind of opportunity is quietly popped up, earning $30,000, $50,000, and sometimes even $80,000 a month without a face or a voice. They don't eat, sleep, or complain, and brands love them. I'm talking about AI influencers. The thing no one's talking about is that almost every single person trying to hop on this wave is failing. They spend hours trying to get one good image, but then the next one looks like a different person. Then they try again, changing the prompts, watching YouTube tutorials, testing 8 different tools, and building reference folders like it's a college project, all to try and make one fake person look real enough to not break the immersion. And even then, it still looks different in every shot. If you've been there, I get it. I've been stuck in that same exact spiral. You think you're building an AI influencer brand, but it turns into a part-time job in frustration management. I went through it all. I wasted months chasing consistency for my AI influencers. I burned through hundreds of dollars on random tools, but eventually I found out why it wasn't working and figured out what the top AI influencer managers were doing differently. The ones who are getting brand deals are building faceless influencer pages and are making content that actually feels believable. And today, I'm gonna show you exactly what separates them from everyone else stuck in prompt purgatory. Because if you can get your AI influencer consistent, everything else becomes easy. So by the end of this video, you'll understand the 3 key mistakes that kill 90% of AI influencer projects and how to dodge every single one of them without needing to be some AI master. This is what I wish someone had told me before I wasted months learning it the hard way. Most people mess this up right at the beginning, and they don't even realize it's a mistake. You want a consistent AI influencer, someone who can appear in every post and still feel like the same person. So you start by generating a bunch of images that look kind of similar. Then find one that looks decent, save it, then try another. It's slightly off, but close enough. You add that one too, and then another. Pretty soon, you've got a folder with a bunch of versions of your influencer. Some better than others, but none of them actually matching. At this point, most creators try to use that folder as their base, either to feed into a custom model or just to reference for future generations. But the problem is that none of those images are actually consistent. The faces are slightly different, lighting changes, and the vibe shifts. The AI sees that and doesn't know what to lock onto. So every time you generate an image, the output is unstable. This is what I call the reference spiral. The more you try to fix it by adding more references, the more confused the model gets because you're feeding it conflicting information. So here's how you overcome that. Start off with picking one image, just one. One that actually looks like your ideal influencer with a clear face, clean lighting, straight on angle, and no weird filters or distortions. Ideally, it's the kind of photo you'd see on an influencer's profile. High quality and unmistakably them. That's your baseline. Now it's important to mention that most tools do ask for multiple reference images to train a character, but just because they allow it doesn't mean you should. If the images don't match even slightly, you're just stacking confusion. Feeding in 5 pretty close shots won't help. It'll actually lock in all the wrong features and make things worse. So unless you've got 5 near identical shots, more data just means more problems. From here, you don't need to collect 10 more or build a reference library. You need to build around that single image and use it as your foundation for everything else. When you prompt, you're trying to match the identity of that one influencer, not some average of 12 versions. This will force consistency because you're reducing the noise, not multiplying it. Most creators overcomplicate this step because they think more references means more accuracy, but it's actually the opposite. More references means more variation. One great image means you've got a clean, controlled starting point. And when you lock in one image like that, the rest of your workflow simplifies. Now your generations have something to align to. You're not constantly tweaking or comparing. You're building from a solid core. That's what lets you go from random pretty faces to an actual brandable persona. Now mistake number 2, and I like to call it the clothing prison. You've got an influencer that looks good, but then you decide to switch it up. Maybe the original was in a hoodie, and now you want her in a dress or streetwear. The moment you change the outfit, your initial influencer completely changes and looks like a completely different person, all because you wanted to switch outfits. And the crazy part is, you're not even doing anything wrong. The prompt is great, the pose is similar, the settings are the same, but the second you try to change clothes, the AI treats it like you're building someone new. It's because most tools treat the entire image, with clothes included, like part of the influencer's identity. So the model learns her face with the hoodie. And if you change the outfit, it thinks you want a different influencer, which leaves you stuck. Either you keep posting her in the same outfit over and over until it gets boring, or you get a new person every time. Neither one work, because nobody connects with a person that keeps changing faces. Now here's how to get around it. You need to separate the face from the fit. Not technically, but mentally in how you build your workflow. Instead of trying to change everything at once, test one thing at a time. Start with the same prompt and pose, just tweak one outfit element and see how much the face shifts. If it holds, great, you've got flexibility. If it doesn't, dial it back. Keep that version and try again. Eventually you'll find the edge, the point where the face holds, and the outfit can still evolve. That's your safe zone. Once you map that range, you can start building out a virtual wardrobe. Now look, is this bulletproof? Not completely. Most tools still glitch when you push too far. You'll hit dead ends, weird faces, or random identity swaps. But if you're not using a tool that gives you full outfit control, this is the best workaround you've got. It's a controlled way to find what outfits work without scrambling the character. It gives you something to work with, a sandbox where you can test safely, see what actually holds up, and slowly expand your options. Once you've mapped out a few outfits that pass the test, you're no longer stuck posting the same hoodie shot on repeat. Now you've got range, like seasonal content, different vibes, and day in the lifestyle posts, all with a character that still looks like your influencer. That's when things will start to ramp up. The feed will feel real, and your engagement finally looks like it belongs to a real brand, not just a random AI account. And mistake number 3 is prompt overload. And you've probably done this already. You start with something simple, like red hair, blue eyes, soft lighting. Then you throw in a green floral dress, a 25mm lens, influencer aesthetic, photorealism, and maybe some cinematic vibes. And what do you get? Someone who kinda looks like your influencer, but also kinda looks like they got copy-pasted from a weird stock photo website. So to fix that, you add more. Another tag, camera setting, emotion, lighting condition, and before you know it, your prompt is a full-blown paragraph. And every generation takes 10 minutes of trial, error, and silent frustration. But even when you get it right, it's not repeatable. This is why most people just quit. Not because they're not creative, but because the system makes it feel like every good output is pure luck. It turns what should be a fun, scalable, repeatable process into a mental grind. And eventually, you just get tired. That's the real problem. The more detail you add, the more brittle the whole system becomes. Because now, you're overfitting your influencer to a prompt that no one else can follow, not even you a second time. So the real solution is shifting from prompt heavy to prompt simple. Not because simple is lazy, but because simple is repeatable. Start with the core traits that matter, like identity, vibe, lighting style, and camera type. Then test small variations, one modifier at a time. Track which ones hold consistency across 3 to 4 runs. And more importantly, focus on identity first prompting. Make sure every prompt you write prioritizes influencer over scene. Too many creators do it backwards. They describe the environment like a movie set, and the influencer just ends up as filler in the middle. Your AI influencer is the product, and the scene is just decoration. So all the solutions I just gave you actually work. You could totally take what I said and manually fix all 3 problems. You could clean your references, test outfit variations one at a time, trim your prompts, and eventually get decent results. But let's be honest, it's still a process. That's the part that wore me out. Even when I knew what to do, it still felt like too much work just to get one clean post out. And that's when I started using Openart. It's not just another AI tool, it works totally differently. And they just rolled out a major update introducing Flux Context. It's the new all-in-one model that does everything in one place. Things like text to image, style transfer, local edits, consistent characters, and consistent products, all powered by the Omni reference system that actually gets the details right. Every single thing that made this process frustrating gets stripped out automatically. Let's break it down by the exact issues we just covered. First, the struggle with referencing your image over and over is now gone. Because instead of trying to stitch 10 half-matching images together, you just upload one. But if you want sharper consistency and more outfit flexibility later, that's where the Omni reference feature comes in. It lets you generate clean variations of your influencer from different angles and lock those in. So your model knows exactly who they are, no matter the pose, outfit, or lighting. Then you've got the outfit issue. This one's really impressive. There's literally a toggle, a switch that lets you decide if your influencer keeps the same outfit or not. So if you want to build consistency across a whole series, just leave preserve key features on. The AI will lock in the face, the fit, the hairstyle, everything. But if you want to get creative with the clothes, just turn that toggle off. Now she can wear a white tuxedo, gym gear, or streetwear, and the face still holds. You're not stuck in one look anymore. You've basically got a virtual wardrobe that doesn't break the illusion. That one feature alone saved me hours of back and forth. It means I can do lifestyle shoots, seasonal fits, content variety, all with the same base influencer. Now the last part is prompts. This is where Openart actually feels like cheating. Once your influencer is trained, the prompt complexity drops way down. Like you can literally type model standing in front of a cafe, golden hour, and the results will look like a professional photo shoot. Because the model knows your influencer. It's not trying to rebuild her from scratch every time. It just drops her into the scene you asked for. Now if you're thinking, okay, sounds cool, but how hard is this to actually use? Let me show you. Here's how to create a consistent AI influencer using Openart. First, go to Openart and click Create Character and choose the option Start with 4+ images. This gives you the most stable and accurate results. Next, upload your images. You'll need between 4 to 10 clear high-quality shots of the same character. They can be AI generated or real. The key is that the face and vision of the character stays consistent across all of them. If you don't already have these images, no problem. Before starting, make sure you're using the Flux context model. You can make your initial image using text prompts. Just write a detailed prompt for your character, then use omni-reference to guide the AI as it generates different angles. This gives you those extra reference shots fast without having to guess or redo anything. Once your images are ready, pick a name for your character. Something simple like Emma. You'll use this name in all your future prompts. Then click Generate Character. Openart will take those images and train a private model behind the scenes. This takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Once that's done, go to Create with Character and choose your new influencer from the drop-down. This is their most advanced model. It supports consistent characters, detailed edits, and all the new features. In case you want to control the clothes or the hairstyle, just use the Preserve Key Features toggle. Switch it on to lock everything in face, outfit, and hair. Or switch it off if you want to change outfits or settings while keeping the face the same. For this example, I will keep mine off. And now you can start prompting. Just type something like Emma sitting in a cafe, soft window light, casual outfit. And you'll get consistent results every time. Just look at the one I got here. Clearly it's still Emma, but now she is sitting in completely casual clothing and is enjoying herself at the cafe while still keeping all the key features. That's it. Simple, fast, and works exactly like you'd expect. Now, if this feels a bit too fast going for you, don't worry, I got you. I made a complete step-by-step tutorial on how you can make an AI influencer, where I explain each step in detail. I will show you all my tricks on how to make it look as good as possible. So click the link below and watch the guide, because the AI influencer window is still open right now, but it won't be for much longer. So act now while you still have the chance. And if you want to try it out yourself, I left a link to Openart in the description. Go check it out for yourself and never make another AI mistake again.